Welcome friends, I'm doing my fall home tour and we're starting out here on my front porch. I have just a really basic table here that I've added some fall decor. This table is where when I sell things on Marketplace I kind of leave it for the person to pick up so it stays pretty blank. This is a board that some of you on my website, Facebook page have seen me put together. So that's something I created from a blank board and a lawn sign. As you can see, I'm going for this dark blue pickup truck decor. So these are the chairs on my front porch. I've got two of these. I was going to put them up for the fall. These were outside and back, but they really made it cozy up here in front, so I decided to bring them up here. I stacked a couple of chests right there, put a bale of hay, and I didn't want to unwrap it, so I just used some skewers to stab my sweater pumpkins that I created with this cute little scarecrow for this little vignette right there. I used the ribbons in this year's decor. Those are all the colors that I'm working with on this cute candlestick, and I just plopped this pumpkin there on top. The sign stays pretty permanently here on our home, as well as this iron piece over here. I just added a fun pumpkin that I painted up, oh, probably 15 years ago, and have kept because I thought I did a really good job with the splatter. So I've kept it. Up here is a fall garland. It's just some sweater pumpkins from Hobby Lobby and a thrifted greenery that I found. Here is the wreath that some of you watched me create, and that lovely lion there on my door actually came from France. So there's a story on my Facebook page about him, but I just love him, and so that wreath kind of just showcases him well. So as you come in to the right here, there's just a column, and I love that artichoke. I'm a big fan of the artichokes. It just reminds me of France. Household keys. This over here to the right is my office. Here to the left, I'll just show you my entryway. I've got a little stand that I put a basket on. It's our catch-all when we come home. We just dump things there, mostly sunglasses and papers. Here's the mail center. It's really just important papers that we don't want to lose, so we keep it there. Some of the fun magnets we've collected are here and on my fridge in the kitchen. This room is, I guess, our formal sitting area. It's meant to be a dining room, which explains the fancy chandelier. But I just love this room. This is my, this reflection of me, basically. I love this style. I love everything in here. I've got a couple of chairs that I picked up at Pier 1's closeout sale in Salt Lake City, and they were a steal. I was really glad to get them. Those pillows I picked up this year at Kohl's on clearance. That table was a thrifted find for $3, and I painted it to match my decor. And a new plant I got. That fun clock came from R.C. Willey, which was a really fun find when I had done the Frozen room. It reminded me of the clock I saw in the Frozen movie, and so I had to have it. I just took basic flowers and put them on the wall. I just loved how they looked, and I was able to find those prints at Macy's online when we first moved in that happened to match that. So that's the story behind those. This couch we've had for a while. Again, it was an R.C. Willey like closeout clearance sale, and we've loved it. This table has been in my family for a really long time, and it was a really dark brown, and I gave it an updo a few years back, and I love it. It matches that couch perfectly, and I get to have a family piece that's, you know, been with me my whole life. Those glass fall leaves are just for the season, and that wonderful mirror back there was a gold leaf. Pretty ugly, but I gave it an elephant and white chalk paint treatment, and I love how it turned out. It matches this couch perfectly. Looks great on that wall. These trunks were a three-piece set that I found at Home Again, and so were the words on the trunk. And that dish was a little bowl from Turkey that I just love. I have a set of them. The other one's on the other side. A family picture that just blended in well, and that little lamp was a thrifted find. This also came from Home Again, or the home store, I'm not sure what you call it. And this is my favorite piece. So this is an antique dresser from the Hotel Utah that they were auctioning off before Hotel Utah was demolished. It's over 200 years old. I love the style of it. It's substantial. It takes probably 3 or 4 men to carry it. It's very heavy. I love the old hardware, the old key knob, the key openings for a skeleton key. it was like a oaky brown, maybe not oaky, but it was a walnutty color, and a neighbor helped me save the top because it had cracked, wasn't savable at all, and so he gave us this beautiful top that I just love. And so I had to paint the piece to match the beautiful top, and I did this transfer chalk paint, and I love how it turned out. So this is my favorite room. My husband and I can literally just come in here and sit and relax, and we enjoy it so much. So that's a large clock again I got from Pier 1 on their closeout sale, and a couple baskets from the home store. So it's an eclectic room, but we really love it. It's sort of a reflection of us. Oh, here's this oak shelf bookcase that I showed previously how I redid it. I did a really poor job on purpose. I'm gonna say it's on purpose now, but I wanted it to have an aged, weathered look and to fit the scheme. It was an oak color, similar to those shelves. And I left the shelves mostly, gave it a little dry brush there just to try that out. But I just wanted it to look like it's very old, and it fit in this space beautifully. So up there's the third piece of that trunk. I have a New England conservatory picture right there that my sister found for me at a yard sale, and she knows I love everything New England. Explains my little patriot guy up there. And then I did find that mermaid at, I want to say Hobby Lobby, on a clearance sale. These curtains were also a thrifted find that I've had for years and never had the right room for them, and they fit in here perfectly, so I just love them. So that's our bookcase, and then as you leave this room, across the way is my office, which is a total mess right now because I've got various projects going. But this is the hallway. Now this little mess right here is left over from summer. The pool is still open around here, so we haven't quite gotten rid of it, but I'll replace that with pumpkins as soon as my grandkids and kids are done using that. But I just keep a basket there with towels and floaties, and that little basket there has sunscreen. Pretty simple, but we love that it's just a grab and go as we head out the door to go to the pool. This little bench right here, some of you saw me pick up at a thrift antique store, and I just loved it. It was white. I knew it would fit here perfectly. And the color, I know red and teal and black don't seem to really go with the style, but it'll make sense in a minute when we turn the corner. That was a marketplace find, that basket down there. I love the strap on it. It really reminded me of France. I love that it could just hang from anywhere. And whoops, there we go. And I just filled it full of some flowers that I found at Michael's. A fun little pillow to match, and that pillow right there normally says welcome to our home with the white blanket, but of course I've changed it out for fall. This window here I've had for a lot of years, sitting in my basement at my previous home. It was a really shabby white, and I had no place to put it, had no idea how to hang it up, and so it just sat around for a long time. I'm thrilled to have a home for it now, and I just love how this section of my home looks. It's just really comfy, and I wanted people to have a place to sit down, take off their shoes, or, you know, it's kind of a drop-off spot too for some things. So this is just the top of the shelf. It's gotten some fall decor. Normally that globe piece stays, the clock stays, and the topiary stays, and we change out some pumpkins and leaves and pictures. So this piece right here is the whole reason for the decor in my room, my whole house basically. But it's a piece that my husband and I found from a street artist in Venice when we went on our cruise, and we just loved it. It's of course canvas that was rolled up. That's how we were able to bring it home, but we had it stretched, and we found a frame at a consignment store, and it's so big it would never have fit anywhere else in our home, but we love it here, and all of the colors in it just make me happy. And I love this piece. So there's reds, there's turquoise, there's blues, there's aqua, teal. It's just some golds, yellow, brown. I mean, it just has a lot of color and a lot of life, and that's what I love about it. So here we have our little home sweet home sign, and I've had that arrangement for a while. That little lamp that I found on Marketplace. These candle holders came from the Pier 1 clearance sale that I was telling you about. And I love this piece. It has a companion. We have a bucket there for shoes. Its companion is over here. I had this in my previous home. Love that I could still find a spot for it here. I love that picture of Christ, and it sits there in a quiet spot where we can just sit and read with a floor lamp and just kind of have a moment to reflect. That's what this corner is. This will also be where I put the Christmas tree. I figured these pieces are easy enough to move. And this is the tall part of our ceiling, if you can see there. So it allows us to have a good spot, showpiece place for our tree. So I'll just pan around here on the room. It does have vaulted ceilings on half of this. And I'm not sure what you call that kind of a ceiling, but it does have that. And that built-in came with the house, and we love it. It changed my decor style, I will say that. I was very much traditional, old-fashioned, some people would say, decor style. This has forced me to contemporize a little bit, maybe do a little farmhouse more than I wanted, but I do like it. I added the hooks and the lanterns, and this is my fireplace. I'll come here a little closer. It's been decked out for fall. This little lantern, I added another one of those fun, I think they're called messy bows. I added a messy bow to the top of this lantern. Normally it would sit outside on the front porch during the summer. Added a little pick there. I love this rug. We had this at our old fireplace, and I really enjoy it. My husband just brought home a pumpkin yesterday, so it's found a home there. And this is my mantle. Kind of, that's a real gourd. It's kind of a mixture between real and fake. Obviously our family pictures there. That fun blessed word I just picked up at Hobby Lobby the other day. Actually, no, not Hobby Lobby, TJ Maxx. And some fun collection of pumpkins. I found that cathedral arch at Jamie Ray Vintage, and I love that little store. My daughter's best friend, Gabby, is an artist, and she made a matching set of this artwork for our new home. So that piece and that piece over there, I'll show you closer when we get over there, were made by her, and we love it. We have them on display here in our home. She's a fabulous artist, and that matches perfectly our canvas that we got from Venice. So my husband made this little cabinet. It was in a different place. We just moved it here recently. I kind of love it. Kind of love it there. It's a little catch-all drawer of his old concert tickets and letters and things. And so sorry for the interruption. I just want to continue with the home tour where I left off. So this is the built-in, and of course that's the lantern that I added. There's an LED light, and I'll post a picture of what that looks like at night. Here's where we decorated just a little bit for fall. Those are some wood leaves that I have painted up and added raffia. I kind of like the distressing I did on this, which gave it a little bit of depth and texture. Otherwise it's pretty flat. I've posted a picture of this. I love that print I received this year, and these glass pumpkins that came from TJ Maxx. That piece right there we brought home from Alaska. We were so in love with all of the totems that we saw in Alaska and really wanted to bring just a small one home. We also bought a totem book on how to make your own totem, but the chances of us being able to do that were slim to none, so we're glad we brought home just a little piece of Alaska. This teal bookcase is an IKEA bookshelf. I think it's been discontinued. I'm not sure they carry this color anymore. This was a marketplace find. When I saw the color, I just knew it would fit perfectly right here. And I needed a second place for books. These are some of our other favorites, and kid books there on the bottom. So we try to make things closer to the floor, accessible for the kids, which explains these pillows right here. Those are also, I found those on IKEA in their clearance section, and I'm not sure they make those anymore. They have a zip-off cover. That black and white is a cover you can wash, which makes it great for laundering. The kids love to just pull those out and watch TV from the floor. My grandkids also like to slide on them, so you take one and dive onto the other, and you can slide across the carpet. It's fun for them. So we keep those under there, along with a little basket under there with just some other things that we want to keep hidden. I need a better system for these DVDs. I know that they built those for DVDs and, you know, whatever other accessories you need to keep there for your media center, but I don't like them all showing, and it's been a long time since we've taken out a DVD to watch. Everything's on Netflix and Hulu and whatever, so we might have to think of a different solution for those. It kind of looks a little cluttered to me. That lovely linen basket is huge. I just love, it's big. It holds a ton of just blankets that my kids and grandkids can bust out and again lay on the carpet and watch TV and cuddle up. This little section right here we put together recently. These chairs were the first purchase for this new home, and I thought they were a little more teal than it turned out to be. They're from Macy's online, and that was our only option at the time. Right in March when COVID happened, there was no other option for furnishing our home. You couldn't go to stores. It looked great. I must say I really do like the chairs. They're not soft and cushy. They're pretty hard and sturdy, but they are comfortable. And so I do like the color. The teal and the blue work beautifully together. And so we've got those there. That was another little marketplace find. And we've got some concrete lawn balls down there that I really like because they're texturized and just fit the style. Just another little plate with flowers on there. This typewriter I got from a friend and neighbor in my last neighborhood. He's a writer, I'm a writer, so it made sense for me to buy it. I love it. It's an antique piece, obviously royal. It does need to be repaired, so the cartridge just stays to the right there. I can't figure out how to get it back over, but my daughter's bridesmaid bouquet fits perfectly there to kind of disguise the fact that we can't get that returned. I'm not great at tying up the curtains. These teal curtains were a bargain from the Pier 1 closeout sale of Salt Lake. So I bought them 2 years ago, just hung on to them. I love the color. I love the length. They're something like 94 inches long. So I knew I would be able to use them in a future home, and so glad that they work perfectly here. I'm not great at tying them up. My mother's much better, so that's hidden and it balloons out. But because we do get a lot of sun off those top windows there, we just pull those across. Blocks out the sun, keeps it nice and shady in here. The blinds are great for the bottom half, but that top half we need to block. Those 3 windows are what I change out seasonally, so you can tell right now it's a little simple. There should be a wood sign up there. I just haven't finished them. So, and there's another little aqua truck that I just love from Hobby Lobby. So those windows I change out seasonally, and that kind of feeds my decor needs without having to change it out every month. This sectional is our happy place. So my husband keeps saying it's like 2 beds in one. So he sleeps right there and I sleep right here. This is where we hang out most of the time. And I will say that the couch was a lot fluffier and cleaner and tidier yesterday when I started this video, but we've obviously spent most of the weekend here, so it's a little shabby today. These quilts, Gabby, who's the artist of those canvas pieces I showed you, made both of these too to coordinate with our living room. Beautiful Afghans that we can just keep out in our colors. She did such a great job. I bought this one originally, and I just asked for my husband to have one too in a separate color since he loved mine so much. We keep the table pretty simple. It's a nice round, which happens to fit great in this space. We can get around it, but we can still keep our popcorn and drinks and stuff on there. This cute basket, you'll see part of a project here soon. I've been trying to sell it on Marketplace with no takers. There's a little bit of fill in it, but I've seen something on Kirkland's that inspired me to do a little change up on this. So you'll see that shortly. We keep this simple. The remotes usually stay on the tray. Those are some marble coasters that I just love. They're really pretty. And this is an antique lace I picked up at an antique store in Logan recently when we were just there visiting, which I love the turquoise around it, and the fact that it fit this round table. That table was actually a free item. I had a coworker whose friend was moving out of state. He had a pod for moving out of state, so he had a limited number of items he could pack, and he's trying to sell everything else. had no luck in his yard sales and on Marketplace. And so he invited us out to just come and look and see if there's anything we're interested in. We love the table. We're going to buy it. And he just said, you know what, just take it. I just need it gone. So we got a free table. It was great. It fits perfectly. So this sectional is probably the biggest, nicest piece of furniture I've ever owned, aside from probably our bed. And I just love it. Like I said, it's like our bed in here. We can fit all of our family members. It curves. It's well made, it's down filled, so I just love how squishy and comfy it is. I don't often keep it uncovered, but the grandkids is spending a lot of time downstairs in the playroom, and so we felt like it was a little safe to keep the covers off and leave the white showing, and we love it. It's been really comfortable. This pillow can be changed out, so those are pillow covers on a form. Same with these two. You notice two on the blue chairs, so I can change those out for the holiday. And I think I shared my summer ones. I can't wait to find my Christmas ones because that will be fun. But that's our living room. So again, there's the fireplace. As I come around here, a lot of windows, sorry about that light. I do have this fun toy box here. Again, we spend a lot of time with the grandkids, so there's a box that I picked up in an antique store. I love that it said La Bougelaise, Paris, and it's pretty sturdy and heavy, so I thought it was a great place for the kids to just toss their toys. This is another Pier 1 find on their closeout sale. I wish there had been a pair, but I could only find the one. It's meant to be a dining chair. It has this really cool feature on the back that I love. But again, I wish there had been two. But I was happy to get the one, and it was a great deal because, again, it was their closeout sale. That piece I showed previously in my home tour of the kitchen, and it's a catch-all drawer for what my husband needs as he helps me with household projects. So it's a pretty piece to hide a lot of ugliness that I don't want to see. He's always leaving his tools around and the trays of screws and nails, and I just wanted a place to hide them away, and that place is perfect. So just a little decor here on top to make it look even nicer. And that was something I shared recently that I made from a Michael's clearance bucket. It had some spring words on it, and I painted it, added new floral and that wood word, and I loved it. Those corbels were from a previous home, as well as that wreath and those signs. Those are again part of what I'll change up seasonally, and I love having those. I have a new project I'm working on to fill this spot here, and this spot here, and then I have a nice wood sign up here. I want to warm up this area even more to kind of match this light fixture that I replaced. It used to have a glass globe there that I really didn't like. It was a little too modern for me, so I'm trying to tie this all in to my decor style, but not quite done. So just to finish off the living room, it's really the only room that's all decorated for fall, aside from my 3-chair tray in the kitchen. I've got this sofa table. Nothing too major here, but here's the second carpet to match that other area rug on the other side, which I love. And then this pumpkin started my decor style this year. I purchased that at the end of the season last year and loved it. It was a great price. I think it was at the home store. And then I took these 2 orange ones and painted it to match what I was going for. And then this little leaf plate here is this pottery plate. I really love it. It's well built, solid. It's got like this watercolor effect. And that was a thrift find. I was at a yard sale. No, not a thrift store, a yard sale. I was at a yard sale and just said, oh, I've got to have that. And just all $1 candle and acorns there. So there's my Hobby Lobby plate and truck. I just kind of love this look this year, and he was perfect. I think it's a planter, but I've just tucked in, oops, my kids shove them in here. I just tuck in some pumpkins, and it's a really fun look this year for us. We're starting to collect a little bit of pottery. I kind of like handmade pottery. I think it's beautiful. I love to see the creativity that people use in making it. The back green piece is just a Target one, but the two front pieces I really like, and I think there's room there to add a couple more pieces as our collection grows. And then we're back to this corner. I don't think there's a lot here. Oh, that's the butler's pantry. It's a little bit of a mess right now. I'm not a coffee drinker, but my son is, so we set up like a little coffee tea bar. Him and I, he drinks coffee, I drink tea. And I should say, my projects I'm painting. I leave them here to dry, or things I'm selling on Marketplace. Again, here was a Pier 1 find that's kind of in the style I'm doing this fall. And so my mugs sit there, his coffee and my tea sit in those. I'm not a big Ray Dunn fan because that's a little too farmhouse country for me, but I do like this pumpkin that I found this year at TJ Maxx. And here's my brushes, and this is kind of a mess because this is where I actually craft. These are things I sell on Marketplace, so they store there. I do need some help on these cupboards. These are things I used to keep in my china cabinet, and I thought I did a fairly good job decorating them in the china cabinet, but I'm having a heck of a time figuring out how to make these look nice here. So I have a couple of different china patterns that I like, and luckily this glass here is textured, so I don't feel so bad that it's not really designed. And then just a fun garland that I love right there on that beautiful arch. I just wanted to highlight it. And then this is a beautiful tapestry from Tuscany, I should say of Tuscany, that I love, that hung in my previous home, and I have it hanging here in the butler's pantry. There's one piece here that I wanted to share. It was a Marketplace find, and it was free, which is this hutch right here. Sorry, that's a kid's book. So I just love it. I had something else here, that smaller piece that had all the screws and tools and things, and it just could fit this one board, which was a gift from my sister-in-law that we love, charcuterie tray, so pretty. But I wanted to keep that out and some other things because I kind of have a plate obsession. As you could tell from my china cabinet, I have an issue. And when I see fun plates, collections that I like, I just have to have them. This is my newest find, which I think is just so pretty. And it's the heavy-duty stoneware. I really like the stoneware. My family can break a plate very easily, so I'm happy to have good solid pieces that will last longer. This is a new find also. It's a West Elm vase that I just love. I love this color. It should probably go in the other room, but I thought that nice pop of color balanced out the turquoise plates there. But anyways, this cabinet was free on Marketplace. They were moving, needed to get rid of it, posted it, and I was happy to take it off their hands. It's an IKEA piece, came with some matching bookcases, which I now have in my office. And this one sits here. So just backing back over to the living room. Thank you for stopping by my home tour. I've never really done one before, so I would appreciate suggestions or tips. And let me know if this is something you'd like in the future. I'm certainly happy to do it. Right here in this little reading nook area is where our Christmas tree will go. So I'm happy to share that in the future. I do want to mention that this is our family photo wall. So I decided to get rid of all of our little picture frames and things that I've traditionally had all over the house and all over the walls, and just have one huge gallery wall. So this is a work in progress. We keep adding to it as we find collections and collage frames that we like, and I can update that again. But I love it. I love this wall. I love that I have a tall ceiling enough to really make a feature of the pictures that I love, of the family that I love. So it's great to have that. At the top of the stairs here, sorry about the mess here on the left, that's one of the frames that I'm working on, is a piece that I love also. That was an antique store find. I love the old-fashioned handle. We keep our scriptures in there, hence the Christ statue right there. That's just a placeholder. I'm hoping to save up enough to buy a really nice bronze Christus that will go there. I think that will make this kind of, I don't know what you'd call this, vignette right here complete. We were in Rome this past year, and I love the idea of the cathedral windows with a Christus statue and some candlesticks. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. The new addition is this chalkboard frame that was a gift from Marcy Willie, I think when we purchased our fridge, which I like. It's kind of a nice place for the family to leave messages to each other, and for me to post up important things like phone numbers I can't lose and that sort of thing. But if you do like this kind of thing, let me know. Leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a comment. All those things help my channel to grow, and help me know what you like seeing. I would love a comment on whether or not this is the type of content you like. I've seen a few online and thought I would try my own. So love fall, love decorating for fall, and I hope that you've enjoyed this home tour with Kathy's Craft Room. So everyone take care, have a happy holidays, and we'll see each other soon. Bye-bye.